95% of your outer reality comes from the programming of your subconscious mind. And we can use visualization to influence our subconscious mind so we can manifest our desires and create our dream life. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to share a mind-blowing story that proves the power of visualization. So stick around for that. Now, the cool thing about the subconscious mind is it doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. So this is why visualization is a great tool to use to manifest. And so another thing that's really important with the subconscious mind is understanding that the subconscious mind is the emotional mind, and so our feelings are really important. And I learned this from Neville Goddard's book, Feeling is the Secret, which I highly recommend reading. It's a short book, only about 4 chapters, but really beneficial and useful information. But basically what the book talks about is that you've got the conscious mind and you've got the subconscious mind. And the conscious mind has the idea or the thought, and the conscious mind can accept or reject the idea or thought, whereas the subconscious mind only accepts. So the idea is you want to impress your desires onto the subconscious mind, because everything that's impressed onto the subconscious mind has to be expressed into physical reality. So the way you impress things onto the subconscious mind is through the medium of feeling. Because again, the subconscious mind is the emotional mind. So what you want to do when it comes to visualization is you want to go into a meditative state, and that's because as you go into this meditative state and you close your eyes and you're disconnecting from the outer reality, your neocortex will slow down your brainwaves, so you will go from beta to alpha to theta. And when you drop into the theta brainwave, you are in your subconscious mind. That is when you want to start using visualization, when you're in the theta brainwave, because that's going to influence your subconscious mind. And again, your subconscious mind creates 95% of your outer reality. So you want to impress your desires onto the subconscious, so then the subconscious will express it into physical reality. So as you go into this meditative state and your brain waves are slowing down, you drop into theta, you want to start imagining yourself in your desired reality. Now, as you imagine this scenario, you want to incorporate as many of your 5 senses into the visualization, because as you incorporate your senses, it's going to make the visualization seem more real. So for example, let's say you really want to have like a Ferrari, right? Really cool car. So you go into this meditative state, allow your brainwaves to drop, and then start visualizing yourself driving this car. And then start visualizing, like, how does it feel to hold the steering wheel? What's the smell like when you first get into the car? Does it have that, like, you know, the new car smell? What does the motor sound like? You know what I mean? You start incorporating your senses into the visualization so that it seems real, like you're actually in it. Once you do that, you then want to get emotionally involved. This is how we impress it onto the subconscious. So you want to feel the emotions as if you're in that reality right now, as if you're really actually driving this car right now. Like, how would that make you feel? Like, oh my God, this is so awesome. Oh my God, I'm so happy and excited. It brings so much joy. And you want to feel as if your wish is fulfilled. That is how you bring it into physical reality. That is how you use visualization. It's as simple as that. You just go into a meditative state, allow your brainwaves to drop into theta, start visualizing, using your imagination, get emotionally involved, and then the key is repetition. You can't just do this once and then expect to have your desires just come in, right? So that's just like going into the gym, lifting weights for one day, and then expecting to be all muscly. It's a practice, so you want to use it daily. Now, one of the great ways to use this is actually right before you sleep. So you can manifest while you're sleeping. So as you go to sleep at night, your brainwaves slow down. You go from beta to alpha to theta. So theta is the when you're in the subconscious mind, but that's when your mind's still active and the body's asleep. And then you drop into delta, which is when you're in that deep restorative sleep. So as you go to sleep at night, what you want to do is you want to use visualization. Start, visualizing exactly like how I explained, and then drift off to sleep. Now, this is because, I also learned this from Neville Goddard's book, Feeling is the Secret. Now, this is because as you're sleeping at night, you are in your subconscious mind. And whatever was the last thing you watched or listened to or thought about before sleeping, that gets taken into your subconscious mind and it marinades during that 8 hours of sleep. So the idea is that you use your visualization, just how I explained, and then drift off to sleep so that you take that visualization and those emotions, feeling as if your wish is fulfilled, you take that into your sleep so it marinates in the subconscious mind for the next 8 hours while you sleep. And then do this every night. This is how you manifest, this is how you influence your subconscious mind using visualization, and this is how you bring your desires into physical reality. Now, before I end this video, I said that I was going to share a really cool story about visualization that really blew my mind when I learned this, and it really proves the power of this. And this is Dr. Joe Dispenza's story, right? So what happened, Dr. Joe Dispenza, by the way, is, if you don't know, is a really amazing man, and he teaches a lot about neuroscience, quantum physics, all this manifestation stuff, and he's been working in this field since 1986. So back in 1986, what ended up happening, he was 23 years old, he was doing a triathlon, and he was in the biking part of the race, and he got hit by a vehicle, and he was sent flying off his bike, and he badly damaged his spine. He had 6 fractured vertebrae, bone fragments pushing up on the spinal cord, and you see one of his vertebrae was like a wedge shape. And so basically he went to the hospital, they told him, you need to have this surgery called Harrington Rod Surgery, which is where you end up having metal rods going down your spine where all those fractured vertebrae are, right? Which would mean that he would be disabled because you wouldn't be able to bend properly. And I've had a spinal fusion where I've got 4 screws and 2 rods in my back. It causes back pain. It's, my spine doesn't function how it's supposed to anymore, but it is what it is. Anyways, so he was told he needed this surgery. And otherwise, if he tried to walk, because his spine was so badly damaged, it wouldn't hold his body weight. So if he tried to walk, he would be instantly paralyzed from the chest down. So that was his options. You either need the surgery, or if you try and walk, you're paralyzed. Dr. Joe Dispenza somehow just knew of this higher intelligence out there, and he rejected the surgery, and he got sent home. And what he actually ended up doing is he started using his imagination and visualization 3 hours every day, and he said at first it was really difficult to keep focus. So what he did is he started imagining his spine being reconstructed bit by bit. But he said, he'd lose focus, and when he lost focus, he'd have to start all over again and go through it in his mind again. But he said eventually he was able to keep his focus, and what ended up happening is the body started responding to his mind. So what happened is within 10.5 weeks, Dr. Joe Dispenza was up walking, and within 12 weeks, he was in the gym lifting weights. Did not have the surgery, was not paralyzed, literally used visualization to heal his badly damaged spine. So this proves how powerful visualization actually is. And because he went through that whole situation, he decided that he's now going to dedicate his life to this sort of work, learning, or teaching quantum physics, neuroscience. They do all these, like studies and research and experiments to prove all of this. And he's even helping other people using the power of their mind and visualization to get rid of their health issues, serious things like Parkinson's disease or cancer. And it's working for people. So visualization is extremely powerful. The reality we are in is a lot more flexible than what people realize. And so this is why I highly recommend using the power of visualization to influence your subconscious mind so that you can manifest your desires and create your dream life. I hope you like this video, guys. If you got some sort of value, let me know by smashing that like button or write a comment. And if you like this sort of content, subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. And I'm going to leave a video here that talks more about imagination and how powerful it really is. If you want to check that out, feel free. Have an awesome day. Peace.